Are you one of those who has great ideas, but when it comes to sharing, expressing, or taking credit of your idea, you hide under a shell? Or are you one of those who can make a great presentation, just the perfect PPT, yet when it is time to showcase it at the meeting with all eyes on you, you shy away? Are you one who makes constant efforts to impress people? Are you one of those who is continuously struggling to make that wow first impression? Then, my dear friend, you are at the right place at the right time. Join me as I take the challenge of winning friends and influencing people in just one day. Let's see how it goes. Building strong friendships and influencing people is crucial in both our personal and professional lives. It's the key to unblocking new opportunities, forming meaningful connections, and achieving our goals. But how do we do that? How do we win people over and make them want to listen to what we have to say? That's what we are going to unfold today. Welcome to the channel Elevate with Shachi Seth. Hi, I am Shachi Seth, writer, entrepreneur, life coach, and your dear friend. We all have been there, trying to make a small talk at a party, struggling to connect with our colleagues, or feeling like we are not being heard. It's frustrating and it can be downright debilitating. But what's even more challenging is that we often don't even know where to start. We try to be charming, but it comes across as insincere. We try to be interesting, but we end up dominating the conversation. And we try to be confident, but it comes across as arrogant. One of the biggest challenges we face is being able to form genuine connection with others. We get caught up in our own lives, our own problems, our own agendas, that we forget to actually listen to others. We forget to ask open ended questions, to show genuine interest, and to put others before ourselves. And when we do try to connect, we often fall back on a generic questions. How was the weather? What do you do for a living? Without really caring for the answer. So, how do we change this? How do we start forming real connections with others? It starts with active listening. It starts with actually caring about what the other person is saying and showing them that we value their thoughts and opinions. It's not about waiting for your turn to talk, but about being fully present in the conversation. So let's talk about some personal tips and techniques that can help us overcome these challenges. 1. Ask great questions. One of the most powerful tools we have is our ability to ask great questions. Ask open ended questions that encourage the other person to share their thoughts and feelings, and that can be incredibly powerful. It shows that we value their opinion and it helps to build trust and rapport. Another technique is to show genuine interest in others. This doesn't mean feigning interest or acting interested, but actually taking the time to learn about the other person's passion and hobbies. 2. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. The key idea here is to avoid criticism, condemn, and complaints while communicating with others. Criticism, even if it is with positive intent, puts other people on defensive mode and leads to resentment. So instead of blaming, try to understand other people's perspective. 3. The big secret. While dealing with people, give honest and sincere appreciation. Everyone craves appreciation. Recognizing others' efforts boosts their confidence and encourages cooperation. 4. Do this and win the world. You should be tactful and find ways to rouse in the other person an eager want, a desire. Be smart and find ways to make them genuinely want to do something. Take the time to understand what they care about and show how your ideas or actions can help them get what they want. Understand the other person's goals, dreams, and aspirations. Frame your suggestions or ideas in a way that shows how it helps them achieve what they desire. The key here is to understand what the other person wants and align your message or actions with their desires, their wants. What they want is important. 5. Be warm and welcoming. Everyone wants to feel important and appreciated, right? So acknowledge their expertise, contributions, or perspectives genuinely to create goodwill and trust. Become genuinely interested in other people. Show curiosity and enthusiasm about their lives and interests. Praise every improvement, no matter how small. 6. Make a good first impression. The easiest and simplest way to create an impression, and it is very cost effective. We all have it with us, and it is none other than our smile. Just smile. A smile makes you look friendly and approachable, putting others at ease. It shows warmth, spreads positivity, and creates a connection that makes people more open to you. 7. Must do list. This is very, very, very important. Always, and I mean it, always remember people's name. A person's name is the sweetest sound to them. Using it shows you value them. Remembering someone's name creates a personal connection and helps build rapport quickly. It also shows respect and attention to detail, making them more likely to trust and engage with you. 8. Become a good conversationalist. You have to be a good listener. You have to do it. Listen properly and encourage others to talk about themselves. People enjoy sharing their stories. Being a good listener makes them feel valued. Listening shows that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. It helps you understand their perspective, build trust, and respond in a way that connects with them. People are more impressed by someone who genuinely listens than someone who just talks about themselves. 9. Be interesting. This is the most challenging part, but it is not that difficult at all. To be interesting, all you have to do is talk in terms of the other person's interest. Talk about their interest. Tailor conversations to what matters to them to build rapport. When you talk about what others are interested in, it builds a connection, keeps them engaged, and makes them more likely to enjoy your company. 10. Make people like you instantly. It's neither rocket science nor difficult at all. All you have to do is make the other person feel important, but do it sincerely, no fakeness. Acknowledge their expertise, contributions, or perspectives genuinely. Tell them that their opinion truly matters, that you are grateful for their contributions, and make them feel appreciated. 11. You cannot win an argument. Whoever wins the argument with the arguing parties, both of them definitely lose. Hence, avoid arguments. Arguments often create conflict and make people defensive, damaging relationships. To avoid arguments, stay calm, listen to the other person's viewpoint, and find common ground. This approach earns trust and leaves a positive impression. 12. Avoid making enemies. Show respect for others' opinions and never ever say you're wrong. Disagree, but tactfully to maintain goodwill. Even if you want to point out mistakes, begin in a friendly way. Start interaction positively. This fosters cooperation. Make the fault seem so easy to correct. Frame problems as opportunities for growth. 13. If you're wrong, admit it. Today I'm going to share the biggest mantra to influence and win people for their lives, and that is admit your mistakes quickly and emphatically. People can sense your genuineness through your actions, consistency, and the way you communicate. So, when you admit your mistakes and treat others with respect, it demonstrates integrity. Being authentic means your words align with your actions, and over time, this builds trust. Staying true to your words and being honest in all situations proves that you're trustworthy and reliable. 14. The secret of Socrates. Get the other person to say yes immediately. The secret of Socrates is about getting people to agree with you by starting with questions they are likely to answer yes only. This approach creates a positive and cooperative mindset, making them more open to your ideas. By building agreements step by step, you avoid conflict and lead the conversation towards mutual understanding. While communicating, frame questions to create agreement early on. 15. The safety valve in handling complaints. It takes a lot of vigor to handle complaints. So, the safety net here would be listen. Let the other person do most of the talking. Listening helps you understand their perspective and diffuse frustration. To handle a complaint, listen carefully without interrupting. Please do not interrupt. And show empathy by acknowledging their feelings. Stay calm and avoid getting defensive. Offer a solution or explain what you can do to fix the issue. Always stay polite and respectful to make the person feel heard and valued. 16. Earn cooperation. The funda here is let others feel the idea is theirs. Engage them in the decision making process to increase buy in. Focus on building a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and included. Listen to their ideas, find common ground, and work together towards shared goals. When people feel like they're part of the process and their input matters, they are more likely to be open to your suggestions and support your efforts. 17. Magic formula. This magic formula will work wonders for you. All you have to do is see things from their point of view. Empathy helps build trust and cooperation. It also helps avoid conflicts and find solutions that work for everyone. Preserve others' dignity while communicating. Avoid embarrassing or humiliating them. Ask questions and invite collaboration, thus encouraging open communication and trust. 18. Dramatize your ideas. Dramatizing your ideas means presenting them in a vivid, engaging, and memorable way rather than just stating facts. You can use storytelling, examples, or visual imagery to make your ideas more appealing and exciting. This grabs attention, makes your message stand out, and helps others connect emotionally, making them more likely to be convinced and influenced. 19. Throw down a challenge. Encouraging friendly competition inspires people to do their best. By framing challenges as opportunities for growth or achievement, we can inspire others to take action, push their limits, and align with their goals. It taps into their competitive spirit and creates a sense of accomplishment when they succeed. 20. Art of criticizing. If you must find fault, the right way to begin with is praise and honest appreciation. Acknowledge your own mistakes first before pointing out others. It creates humility and makes the other person more receptive to feedback. Call attention to mistakes indirectly. Don't tell them to their face you're wrong. Acknowledge strengths before addressing weaknesses. This softens criticism. Frame feedback as suggestions rather than direct critics. 21. Inspire cooperation. It is very important to make others feel happy and motivated to follow your suggestions. You can start by showing how your request benefits them or aligns with them with their goals and values. Focus on the positive outcomes they will experience, whether it's personal growth, recognition, or a sense of achievement. Be enthusiastic and genuine in your approach and acknowledge their strengths. When people feel like your request will help them succeed or improve in life, they're more willing to support you and take actions. When we combine these techniques with active listening, we start to build a foundation for strong relationships. We start to build trust, rapport, and a deep understanding of the other person. And when we do this, we start to influence others in a positive way. We start to inspire, motivate, and energize those around you. I want to share a powerful story that illustrates the success of applying these techniques. I was at a conference recently and I met someone who was a complete stranger. But instead of just exchanging small talk, I decided to take the time to really listen to this young girl. I asked her genuine questions about her work, her passion, and goals. And I was amazed at how quickly we connected. We ended up talking for hours, and I left the conference feeling inspired and energized. But what was really surprising was when I ran into her again a few weeks later, she remembered our conversation and told me that our chat had made a huge impact on her. She admitted openly that it was one of the most meaningful conversations she'd had in a long time and that it inspired her to make some big changes in her life. Can you believe it? This was a moment of revelation for me too. I was surprised that by simply taking the time to listen and showing interest, I had made a real difference in someone's life. So let's summarize the key techniques that we have discussed today. We have talked about the importance of active listening, asking great questions, and showing genuine interest in others. We've seen how these techniques can help us build strong relationships and influence others in a positive way. And we have also seen how these techniques can lead to real results that can change lives. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you really connected with someone? Or have you ever had an experience where someone influenced you in a very positive way? Leave your comments below and let me know. Also, if you want to learn more about self-growth, subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up icon if the video was worth your time. And remember the bell icon for notifications. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. God bless.